Here we fucking go! You're listening to Bread and Circuses.
It's like the mob media, for one, is the entire world populated. Like, everybody's on Twitter. Fucking the UK is on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately.
With Caleb Salvatore.
Well, they can't go to the comedy shows because there's a 2-drink minimum, and you can't mix the Percocet you've been stealing from work with liquor.
And Nick Kohler.
There literally be people in the fucking 80s that didn't know that nutting in a girl would make her pregnant.
No one's asked that question. What did those families do to provoke Alex Jones like that?
You know what'll solve all of these racial police protests? A Pepsi.
What the fuck is up, friends? Welcome to Bread and Circuses. We're back. This is probably the last one we're going to do live for a while.
Final episode of our in studio special here.
Yep.
Probably until October. I think that's the next one.
That's coming up. Okay, cool. That's we'll have to do a live episode at my bachelor party. We're all going to Vegas.
It's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna just try to recreate the
Hangover.
The Hangover.
Don't say that.
As perfectly as we can. Like,
I know my mom's freaking out because my brother's gonna be my best man, right?
Yeah.
And my mom's freaking out
because she think he's gonna lose a tooth or something.
Well, no, she was like, you need to figure out how to plan his bachelor party if you're gonna be his best man. That's part of your job. Blah blah blah. And he's like, well, she's like, why don't you like get a card game set up at his house? And he's like, we were thinking about going to Vegas. So like they were on opposite.
Your mom is like, have a card game, play pin the tail on the donkey, and make some snacks. You can have a charcuterie
go to the
board.
McDonald's play place.
No,
like,
Mom, we're going to Vegas.
We're going. I mean, look, it's 2 days. It'll be a weekend. You know, it's everyone. A lot of them never. I mean. Have you ever been to Vegas?
I've never been to Vegas.
Neither is
he.
Cool. It doesn't require a lot of planning, dude. Vegas is just drinking and gambling and eating. The food is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, and I'm like not much of a gambling guy, but it'll be cool to like, I don't know, maybe go to like a fucking Vegas show with the Tigers and shit.
Vegas shows are dope.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna stay at the Luxor. Which is
that one of those crazy hotels there?
It's the pyramid one.
So that'd be fucking dope,
so
dude.
Because that's where Chris Angel stayed, and we had like an ongoing joke about Chris Angel growing up. But it's, dude, the cool thing. So Vegas, you're gonna get raped on food, on drinks, gambling, of course. But the cool thing about Vegas,
you might actually get raped too.
Yeah, you might if you're not careful. But the cool thing about Vegas is like hotel is like $45 a night for a decent
even
one.
at that place.
That's the one. It's like $50 a night.
Oh, shit, I'll take that.
Yeah,
man.
I know it's not bad at all. So
we're gonna be there for like what, a 4 day, 5 days,
2 days.
Yeah, so
you can't do Vegas. So we'll probably fly in like Friday and leave Sunday.
I want to go to like a real shit buy-in like blackjack game just so I can like shove all my chips in and go, I'm all in, baby. I want to do that at least once in my life. That's on the bucket list.
Vegas is like, let me tell you, because her family used to live in Vegas. So it's like, I've been there for extended periods of time. Not worth it. No, it's you spend too much money, you just get burnt out, and it's just
that's why I'm not much of a big I'm not much of a gambling man. Because it's like I would rather spend that money on like a durable thing that's gonna last. It's more for I guess you're paying for the experience of being in Vegas, like the novelty of it.
See, I don't gamble a lot either, and I still I saved up a decent amount of money after my hotel and flights were paid for, and I still wound up fucking like $75 left when I left town. Like it was, and
I'm not surprised on that.
I think I gambled $100, $150. The rest of it was food. But dude, that's the thing with Vegas is that's why you only go for 2 days because you can't afford to eat and drink like that for a week straight. You couldn't afford to do that in Omaha.
Yeah, we're small ballers, man.
Yeah,
we gotta go there for a small baller weekend.
Not Floyd Money Mayweather. You
yeah.
know, like,
What's some of the crazy hotels there, like the Bellagio or the casinos, like the Bellagio is like a big one there, isn't it?
What you figure out is they're all virtually the same thing.
I'm sure.
Is like they all have like their gimmicks. Like there's the New York, there's the Excalibur.
Excalibur is like all Egyptian themed and shit, isn't it?
No, that's Luxor. That's where we're gonna go. Excalibur is like medieval, like King Arthur shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Should we go there dressed up as like peasants or something?
Well, that's what you hit them all. They're all cool. Like Caesar's Palace is like Roman themed.
Oh yeah. I've heard of Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, so I mean, they've all got their own corny.
We're going
shit.
there for a robbery. We're gonna rob the Bellagio.
Let's rob the Bellagio is pretty nice. I remember we went to when we were there last time. We just went walking around the strip. And we had our little sister who was like 8 at the time, and we went to Mandalay Bay. We walked through there, and they were having like a heavy metal festival.
Oh my god!
So it's like 11 o'clock at night. We're there with an 8-year-old. There's just in the casino. And there's all these people walking around with like biker cut jackets and
like
tattoos
fucking
on
Liberty
their face
spikes and shit.
Yeah, walking around, and I'm like, well, this is an experience for her at least. Like,
she's scarred her for life now. She's gonna like have nightmares about that when
yeah, no shit, right? Okay, but yeah,
I bet you some funny stuff will happen. We'll probably get like some real skeevy hookers coming up to us, and it's your bachelor party. So
the new strip, they've actually kind of cleaned up. Old strip, you might run into that, but we'll be on the new strip, so it won't be as bad. But no, dude, it'll be. I mean, we'll have my brother Jordan, Logan, Zach Bravietti, David Terrell Green, and Monty Scott. Like, it's gonna be a time. So, and if you know one thing about Monty Scott, it's the dude likes to meet people when he's out drinking. Disappears for a half hour.
Who's the guy again? Is Josh the one, or not Josh? Who's the one that got into the fight with the guy in the Applebee's again? It was
that was Justin.
Justin, Justin's not gonna be there. We're not gonna.
That's no fights.
No fights at the fucking Excalibur.
He listens to this show, so I'm gonna get a message. What the fuck am I not invited? He can come. I don't care.
Well, that's the thing about bachelor parties is bachelor parties don't just need to be like the groom's party.
No, it's all kinds of people. Yeah, it doesn't have to be just the wedding party. So that's
because like you're kind of with the wedding party. Like, unfortunately, you're kind of like limited to how many people you can actually have in the wedding.
Yeah,
and like, because like, say if the groom adds another guy, then that means like me would have to add another girl.
That's what I wanted to do, but so.
Yeah, don't get no feelings hurt anybody. Like, weddings are a pain in the ass. They're bitch and a half to plan. So.
Yeah, someone's going to miss the cut. It's not going to be a groomsman or an usher.
Yeah, somebody's gonna. Groomsman's gonna have to pull out last minute, and you're gonna have to be like, "Hey, I got a tux rented. Can you come?" Like,
that's
how it always goes.
Well, the thing is with weddings is like when you book through certain venues, is you get a certain amount of slots allotted, right, for people. So, and you know, they give you liberties. Like, if it's 150 and someone's like, hey, I can't find a sitter for my kid, it's not, well, too fucking bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they'll give you some liberties. But the problem is, like, some people just don't make the cut. And, like,
unfortunately, if it's somebody like you who has, like, a lot of friends, you know what I mean?
The problem is she has a huge family.
Yeah.
And we both have a lot of friends. So it's like some people's feelings are just going to have to get hurt. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
Like I got, and you know, and like the thing is, man, we made a spreadsheet is what we both did because we want to keep it under 150 because we got to pay open bar fees, we got to pay food fees.
Ooh, there's gonna be an open bar.
Yes,
all
there
right,
is.
all
Yes,
right.
there is. So we got to pay food fees, open bar fees, you name it. So it's not like, you know, it's everyone's just getting in for $8 a person, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, there were some people, and like the thing is, man, what I was taught is you got to find your tribe, right? So like I got, you know, obviously my close relatives, parents, grandparents, aunt and uncle, people like that coming. But there's some family members that got cut for some friends, and it's nothing personal. It's just the people I'm the closest with now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know they say blood's thicker than water, but I disagree with that, honey. Blood can have AIDS in it. So like
blood can have fucking like tuberculosis.
Right, yeah.
Fucking malaria.
Yeah, all kinds of nasty shit. Like, such is life, man. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
It's not like I sent you a card saying, hey, guess what? You're not invited, you fucking puke. Go fuck yourself. I didn't want you here. Like, it's nothing personal. So.
Yeah, wedding is just like I would say that definitely for the girls, I think that the wedding is like the craziest, like it's the most.
Absolutely.
So it's like the guys can't like there's no room for like any guys out there to like get butthurt about weddings, bro.
Well,
like,
the thing they gave us, they showed me at our venue, right? Like where the groom and the groomsmen and the ushers get to hang out, and it's like this this room down below, and they got like TVs and dartboards and shit like
that.
That's
fucking
like,
cool, man.
We'll buy you like a case of beer. And the cool is Nebraska is playing Illinois, that like we talked about last episode, so they should be playing at 11 o'clock. So we should just be able to hang out and watch the game.
That's a fucking wedding right there,
know,
man.
right?
That's
like,
a Nebraska wedding.
That's what's up. So it'll be cool.
I'll wear a tuxedo and then fucking Nebraska hat on top. That's a real
Nebraska tie.
Yeah. A fucking camouflage Nebraska fucking the little vest for the 3-piece on there. Like hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh god.
The mossy oak camo.
Get thrown out as well. Because I can't control the aesthetic. That's all her. So.
Oh yeah. No, that's always all her too.
Yep, not really. She's like, could you try to act like you care when we meet with the venue? And I'm like, look, I want
you do care. Like you care.
I absolutely
but you just have no say in it.
I absolutely care. But let's be honest. My opinion on the color scheme is irrelevant.
Your opinion has to be, oh, I love it. That's awesome.
How much does it cost? Like that's where my opinion kind of. But no, I mean, I have opinions on things like as far as like the food. I definitely want to have a say in that. And it's more.
I want to have a bruschetta. I want to have the spaghetti.
There is an Italian restaurant that we may end up going with, so like that's all. It's all good. We'll figure that out.
You imagine like I don't know how Mia's family, like, because I know you said that I don't know how much of like the native and everything they do, where they bring like they'll bring all the food. Because like at mine,
it's gonna be pretty white, man.
Oh,
it's
okay, yeah. At mine, there was fucking like tacos and shit. At my like,
it's
and they were good. Like they were good tacos, like street tacos. So
that would actually be dope. Yeah, but no, it's gonna be a pretty white wedding. Like that's
hell
like,
yeah, dude.
Obviously,
Joel song.
There'll be a lot of not white people in attendance, but you couldn't tell the difference.
Billy Idol song there.
Billy Idol.
White wedding. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
What's the cha-cha real smooth?
No, yeah.
That shit's forbidden. That shit's not allowed.
Oh, we're not gonna do the cha-cha slide there, dude?
I mean, it'll probably end up
that's the wedding reception fucking. They do that at Mexican weddings, man.
Really?
Yeah, and they don't even understand it, but they're still dancing to it.
Down, do you? That's Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah, that one too. And then the Funky Chicken too. Yeah.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe. Like, what's the point of that song? Is this just a dance song? Or?
You know, I've seen like YouTube videos where it's like every country with like their like the song that best represents the country, and a lot of those Cotton Eye Joe is the song for America.
Oh my god. Cotton Eye
it'll be like for Mexico it'll be like La Cucaracha, and like to Russia it'll be like fucking I don't know.
Soviet.
For that. And then like Italy, it'll be like the like song or some shit. And then America is just Cotton Eye Joe.
What's Canada? Is it just something by Nickelback?
Oh, probably just.
He was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." He wasn't good at. That should be their national anthem.
Germany is always like some kind of fucking like World War II like Germany like military march song or some shit.
Associated with Germany.
Yeah.
So have you heard of the Twitter account, the 3-year Letterman?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So he like his whole shtick as he goes around, he's like, because you talked about Canada, he's like, I'm a high school or youth football coaching legend and all this shit. So he had
yeah, I remember this guy.
Dude, the amount of people that take the bait from this guy is insane. Because like he'll tweet it Elon Musk, right? He'll fuck with Elon Musk and it's just something.
He'll be like, Elon, you can't run like a 45 40 or something like that.
And he'll say like Benjamin Franklin was this country's greatest president. That's why he invented currency. And so he had this showdown with this economics professor from Canada.
Hell yeah,
named
dude.
Amir Ataran, right? So this Amir Ataran guy tweets out on a flight a picture of a flight attendant without a mask on. Hey, at United, why are you breaking the law? Masks are required on all flights out of Canada. Your flight attendant isn't wearing one. This is UA 3737 in Ottawa right now. And he like tagged the police and shit. Like what a snitch ass motherfucker.
That's how the Canadians are, man. They're like the fucking, where is your mask?
Right.
Where are your papers?
Literally, dude. They're a bunch of snitch ass bitches.
And the paper is the vaccine card. It's like,
yes.
where is your card? If you do not have it, you will go to the COVID camp.
So then the guy goes, Canada is not the USA, you fuckers. So the 3-year Letterman replies, correct. You are just a British province, not a real country. You have to do whatever America says. It's in the Constitution.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
The guy goes, the one time Canada and the US fought a war, you guys lost. Can I call you a loser now? And the 3-year
What is he referring to? The War of 1812?
When they were contracted mercenaries to burn the White House and run away.
Yeah, the War of 1812.
An actual war.
Yeah.
He goes, this is false. You lost the Revolutionary War to us, and you needed us to single-handedly win World War I. You have no SEC
single-handedly?
You have 0 SEC championships. So he replies,
like that shit where they'll be like, Tom Brady never won NFC quarterback before he was in the NFC, like never won NFC practice player of the week.
So the guy shares a link. Today we celebrate the time Canada burned down the White House. And the 3-year Letterman goes, Lord Maple Leaf, I've made more money panning for gold in Dahlonega than your country's annual GDP.
I don't know where the fuck is Dahlonega.
Apologies, but I can't read maple syrup. What does this say? And then his whole thing is he'll brag about like, I'm a 1%er that makes $36 an hour.
Yeah. I anytime you can mess with Canadians too, you can brag about the time the Boston Bruins beat like Vancouver in the fucking Stanley Cup.
Oh, they hate that.
I know.
With Canada,
fucking
hockey.
I think it was Vancouver, but whatever city it was, Canada, they like rioted after they lost.
I'm sure. Yeah,
it's great. That's what got me into hockey, man.
Serious shit out there. So then Keith Olbermann replied and was like, he destroyed you, cracker face, with the 3-year Letterman. How many famous people can take the bait? And then the 3-year Letterman's like, Kurt, I have to disagree.
I have to disagree.
How many people can this guy can take the bait? Like, he posts screenshots. People send him death threats because he says stuff like England isn't even a real country.
Hell yeah, dude. Lately I've been finding it hilarious. 2 AI generators where it'll be one of them is like a random 4chan like story that you can create, where it's like one of those ones where like the arrow before him, it turns it into green text. You know, you'll see a lot of those like screenshots on just like funny ones. It'll be like random AI generators ones that'll create like actual funny ones where it'll be like, be me, be a toaster, like break down, now I'm toast, or some shit like that. And then there's this other one where it's like mini like something, but like you can type in some kind of fucking goofy something like sentence and it'll create 6 random images of like that. So you can type in like Obama making out with Trump or some
you're
shit.
Talking about the Dolly thing?
Yeah. Those things are so funny, man.
It'll be like PS1 Hagrid at the Super Bowl.
And it'll like create like this smeary face like thing, like doing just goofy stuff like Barack Obama bathing in soup or something. Like that's what people like put in there. It's hilarious, man.
Those are great. Yeah, no, I follow an account on Twitter that posts those, and it's just fucking hilarious.
They're hilarious, man.
Yeah, you can do your own. Like literally, you can. If half the time I go there, the website's not even working.
Yeah, because so many people are on it. Yeah,
if you go to the DALL-E generator, you just Google it. You'll be able to pull it. Like you can enter anything you want, and the AI will generate an image of it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
like Goku doing his taxes was one I saw on there. And it's like Goku with like a bunch of papers in front of him and shit.
Yeah.
Like
one was like Godzilla on Ellen. Like it's weird Dolly generations here. It's where's what Donald Trump and Mario Kart.
And like it's like just enough detail of Trump where you can tell that it's Trump.
Yeah,
like
Steve Irwin captures a garden hose.
Those ones actually are pretty good.
Yeah. It's like there was one they put like it was just like a random date. It was like November 5th, 2028, and it was just a bunch of people laying on the ground dead. And we're like, wait, what? What?
That's like, so fucking funny, dude.
extremely muscular teapot.
Let me see that one. Oh my god.
It's fucking Bill Cosby on a Ring doorbell footage.
It actually looks like it too. Oh my god. I don't like I wonder if you would have told me like 10 years ago that there would have been some fucking website that did that, I would have been like, nah, man, nah. Like,
yeah. Oh my god, that's fucking. So I got to air some grievances out. I was telling you about beforehand. We got all the funny shit out of the way with. Now it's time. I've been lightened, so I probably won't say we've lightened the mood. I won't say as much ridiculous shit, but I might. So we are supposed to move this Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get a call this morning. Hey, the current resident was supposed to vacate last week, but she doesn't know where she's going to put her stuff, so she's refusing to leave. I'm like, I don't think
that sounds like an eviction notice.
Yeah, the problem is we have to be out by the 1st. An eviction notice in Nebraska takes 30 days.
Whew.
So I'm like, they don't have anywhere else they can put us.
Did you go to this apartment and ask them like, hey, can I get a 30-day extension or anything?
I did. They've already leased it to someone else.
Wow, that's scummy, man.
So yeah, this apartment has. So I'm like, look, I don't know what you got to do, but she's supposed to turn her keys in tonight and have all her shit out. Doubt it's going to happen, because if there's one thing I know about degenerate trash, and I know a lot about it, it's that they're degenerate trash because they don't follow through on deadlines. They never meet dates. I looked the girl up. I'm not going to tell you how I know who she is now, but I know a lot about her, probably more than a lot of people know about her. And she is 22-year-old white girl, probably never been held accountable for anything in her life.
Oh yeah.
Parents live way out in a very nice, rich neighborhood, so she probably just thinks there aren't any consequences and no one else is affected by her acting like this. And that's all I could say. I'm not going to go too far into detail with it. So I'm thinking we need to find a way to get back at her, right? So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like parking violation.
Have you already signed like
everything signed? Deposits
so
are paid.
The apartment's going to be yours on this date, regardless if she's there or not. I would show up there with, man, if you can get like 3 or 4 of your friends to toss all her shit on the fucking side of the street, because you are legally allowed to do that. If she is not out of the apartment, she's trespassing.
Aren't there squatters' rights though? That's what I'm saying. I just call the cops for trespassing.
If she's trespassing, if she's not a squatter, like she's illegally in a spot that you own that you're trying to live in.
Because it says on the thing, I take ownership on this day.
Exactly. So you could show up to 3 or 4 of your boys and be like, hey, we'll get all your shit out of the apartment for you. You know what I mean? But we're going to toss it on the fucking sidewalk.
Yeah, you're going to figure it out.
And then you're going to figure it out. Yeah.
You can live in your car.
Exactly.
I'm a road comic. There are worse places to sleep than your car.
Exactly.
It's not that bad.
Sometimes during the winter time, it can be kind of
during the winter, it might suck. Summer nights, no problem.
Yeah.
Like that's no problem whatsoever. Fall, spring, you're fine. So
you'd be in the legal right to do it, and then if she's not, you just call the police and be like, I've got a trespasser on my house here. My legally rented leased apartment that is my property. I have the paperwork here. She's refusing to leave. Can you come get her, please? And then she'll have a probably a misdemeanor trespass
warrant out for her arrest.
No, she'll get like a misdemeanor trespassing charge on her record, which is that's cool. You know.
So I mean, I'm just
that's 60 days fucking community service for a white girl. If it was a black guy, 5 years in
probably
jail,
just get shot.
10 years in federal prison, maximum security prison. But
well, so like my thing is like
they'd also up the charge to assault charge too, because
we've the problem is we just coddle degenerate trash in this society too much when we should be throwing it into the gutter where it belongs. And I know that's
like literally like toss all their stuff in the fucking sidewalk.
Sidewalk. That's what we should be doing with people like that. Seriously. Now I understand. I want to make this clear. I understand the protections in place for like if you got like a single mom that's in the middle of her lease and she's 5 days late. No, they shouldn't be able to just go kick them out.
This is someone that has ended the lease legally.
Yeah,
has I can assume found another place to live. Hopefully, if they didn't renew their fucking lease like a responsible adult.
It's just your time is up.
You get a lot. You can renew your lease like 3 months prior to ending. You know what I mean? Like you have a lot of, and it takes 20 minutes to renew a lease in an apartment.
And that's my thing is. One day after your lease expires, if you and your shit are not gone, the sheriff comes, kicks your door in, arrests you. You go to jail for 30 days and your shit gets sold at the auction.
Mm-hmm.
That'll stop this shit, because these people don't realize this is not a victimless crime. We followed every rule by the book. We did everything.
You guys are the victims. This is a place that they legally lease to you, that you're expecting to live in. Like if they lease you a place and they're like, "Oh, sorry, haha, you can't live in it on this agreed upon date." It's like, bro, I got this legal contract stating I can live here on this fucking date. Like you're fucked, man. Like I'm gonna I would say just get if she's gonna be fucking like play stupid, she can win stupid prizes. Like just go there with your friends.
Yep.
And if she's not gonna let you toss all her shit on the side of the road, then you're gonna call the police and get her fucking in for trespassing.
That may be the only way to do it.
Dude, like fuck this bitch, man. You don't fucking have.
I'm not gonna be
her.
homeless because of her.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's all. This will get solved one way or the other.
I would, you know what you should do? I would try contacting her or something and being like, "Hey, girl, like."
I got better. I ran her through a system. It's free. Anyone can get it on Google. I didn't violate any fucking laws or anything. This is all public information. People can I can send a link to this website and people can look up whoever they want.
Hell yeah.
I've got her parents' numbers. I may just give them a call. Let them know. I guarantee one of them's on the lease.
Yeah, probably.
Let them know what their daughter's been up to. And the situation she has me in, and that it's.
I would probably do that like 2 days prior if she's like if they're not already out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're doing it like 2 weeks before, you gotta be like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like some people
no,
just
it's
do
three.
wait
We're
last
already
minute.
3 days prior. So
yeah 3 days. So tomorrow if she's not out of there, be
Daddy's
like,
getting a phone call.
Yeah, hey, Dad. Your daughter is
let you know what your daughter's up to in the situation she's got me in. And like,
I'm gonna be homeless because of her.
Yeah.
If you don't, I'm gonna show up there with my friends and she's
gonna
get a misdemeanor charge called on her. We'll just leave it on that.
Yeah, and that's been like, guess what? If I'm deprived of housing and you're on that lease, guess who else is getting named in the lawsuit?
Mom and Dad will be there to get all her shit out and pissed and fucking yell at her like that. Dude, that's how you get somebody. Is like get their parents.
No,
probably not. They probably think their daughter's like, oh yeah, they're fucking Shelly's doing good.
I cut her internet off.
Really?
We're moving internet, and they were like, well, I'm like, we need to get this moved over. Can we just get it so the contract is up and it's in our name, for the property, so it'll be ready? And they go, sure. Let me give her a call to make sure she's moved out. They call. She doesn't answer because she's degenerate trash. And they're like, okay, we'll cut her internet off. So now her internet's off.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck her, man.
I mean, she's lucky she caught me now and not 5 years ago. Because
if she's not home, if she's not there when you guys get there, because you can get the apartment open the door for you the day you're supposed to move in. If she's not there, I mean, I would just be like, oh, all this stuff is mine now. And so she doesn't try to be like, well, it's my stuff. You got my stuff, you stole from me. I would just put it all out on the sidewalk and like, well, you know what I mean?
Well,
put it all by the dumpster and then send her a text message or sell the apartment complex or send her a text message, be like, hey, you better come get your shit or it's going to get rained on. So
my thing is, I think we need to be more creative about this. So we've already got her parents' names. Do we find out like where her grandma's buried, dig up her grave, and leave the corpse on her
I guess
porch?
you have two routes that you can take on this. You can take like the fucking the Tony Soprano method, drive up to her at work and give her a fucking her dog buried in her dog killed in a fucking Nike box and tell her she needs to be out of there by tomorrow. Or you can do like the legal way, you know what I mean, and get police involved and get shit that's gonna last forever with her. Like both of them are effective,
They both work.
They both work.
What if we play the long route here?
Her dad or something isn't like a fucking retired police officer or anything, is he?
Not that I know of. What if we play the long con here? What if, like, who's our most attractive single friend? Like Zach Bravietti, right? Zach, you're gonna have to move back here.
You get her, you get him to get into a relationship with her,
fall in love
propose
with her,
to marry her, and then not show up to the wedding.
Leave her at the altar. Yes.
Oh man,
that's what we do. That's what we do. Just ruin her.
I mean, that's legal too. Like,
con.
Man,
he didn't have any monetary gain from it. I'd fund this entire operation. I'd pay for the ring.
Fund all the dates and everything.
It's gonna be cubic zirconium. It's gonna be.
Oh, she's trash. She probably would be okay with the fucking 25-cent ring, from
Walmart.
Yeah, the fucking rings that turn your skin green and shit.
So we could do that. But I'm asking on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like illegally parking, 10 being Hitler. How evil is it that I am praying she gets pancreatic cancer right now?
kind of an 8 because
that's what Zach said.
Yeah, because like once she's out of there, you will never have to deal with her ever again. Hopefully,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
What if? And don't want this to happen, but if it did,
it could be something not permanent. It could be something like she gets traveler's diarrhea. That's a pretty nasty 2 weeks.
I just want her to hit every red light on the way to work for the rest of her life.
That's too small though. You wish that to like somebody who fucking cuts you off in traffic. Yeah. Somebody that like makes you potentially homeless for any amount of time, dude. They get traveler's diarrhea.
Yeah, traveler's diarrhea.
And they get like the stomach flu in just 7 days of
long
just
COVID.
Horrible fucking bubble guts, man.
Long COVID.
COVID isn't even as bad as having to be glued to the toilet for a week, man.
There's literally I'll stay glued in bed versus the toilet. Bro.
Yeah, dude. When you got COVID, you can sit there and watch TV and shit and feel like crap. But like literally, you're shitting out your entire intestines with like the stomach flu from eating like bad shrimp or something, man. Like,
so what if like she eats like some bad shrimp? That is hell.
Yeah,
you ever had bad shrimp, dude?
I've never had bad shrimp, but I have. Well, maybe I don't know. I've had like really bad like the stomach bug before.
Bad shrimp makes you god.
I get it every once. Man, I live by Mexico and go eat in Mexico all the time. I fucking get it sometimes.
You're rolling the dice.
It's worth the risk, it's that's where I'm a gambling man. That is in food.
Man. So what if? And I don't want this to happen, but I might like throw a party. She like after she moved out of here, she traveled abroad in Europe and was abducted.
Is that what she's gonna do?
Abducted by a Pakistani sex trafficking gang and sold into slavery.
That's like a 10, man. Like that's pretty brutal.
That's a 9.
That's pretty fucking brutal.
It's not a 10.
No, that's a fate worse than death, man. Like being a fucking drugged, opiumed out sex slave in the fucking Middle East is way worse than death, man.
I'm not saying I want that to happen, but like
that's a full send 10 right there.
I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm just like, what if wouldn't be the worst thing in the world?
That's probably like the worst thing in the world. Like even if she just dies, I mean, you know what I mean? Like she's dead.
Yeah, that would be
that's a whole like lifetime of fucking pain right there, dude. Being a sex slave in the Middle East.
So we agree that maybe emotional terrorism isn't the route to take.
Yeah, you could go and put like some eye drops in her food or something. Give her that
sugar in her gas tank.
Yeah, something temporary. You know what I mean? Like she'll get over it.
Yeah,
nothing that's gonna be permanent, like a cutting off her fingertip or some shit. Like
I hope she like takes a zinc tablet without eating.
Let's go kill her dog, man.
Fuck that! No, the dog's not at fault.
It's her fucking dog, dude.
The dog's not at fault. No. You do the Tony Soprano method. You just let her know that you know where the dog. She takes the dog for a walk, and it'd be a real shame if somebody came and picked the dog up while he was out.
Put the dog's collar on her fucking like countertop and be like, I know. It'd be a real shame if something happened to fucking Sparky or whatever.
It'd be a real shame. Be a real shame.
Be a real shame if Sparky's head ended up on the fucking doorstop.
Tony Soprano. We did. Yeah, I know.
It could be like the cartel and just murder an entire family. Like you know where her parents live.
I'm not going to do that. No,
hang her
for
parents.
The fans that watch this show, I'm not doing it.
That's what the cartel would do. Hang her parents from a fucking noose on the apartment. Fucking
get out of the apartment.
Yeah,
the cartel would absolutely.
All of her parents, her siblings would be hanging from a noose from the apartment roof. That's you think I'm kidding? Like,
but dude, that's the thing is like you shouldn't cross people you don't know because like you don't know if you're fucking with somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have no idea if you fucked with some dude that's connected to the mafia or cartel, like you said. You have no clue. Now me, no, I'm not gonna do anything illegal. I'd much prefer to fuck people over with a legal method and just kind of
because that shit stays forever
with
man.
Their relationships and their finances.
Yeah,
I would rather do that.
You want to fuck with somebody, fuck with their money, man. That is the universal fuck you is messing with their money.
You don't fuck with a man's livelihood, and that's exactly what she's done to me is fuck with my livelihood.
Yeah, dude, you got a fucking fiance out there. You got 2 dogs. They're gonna potentially be you got all this stuff that's gonna be potentially not inside for 2 days.
Right, like, more than 2 days.
It's been weeks. Fucking stormy here, man. Like, where the fuck are you gonna put it? Yeah,
like what the fuck are you supposed to do? And like so that's where I'm at. So
you have options.
Yeah, I have options.
You have options. I think ultimately, if she plays around, she's gonna be the one like suffering for this. Well, it might require you and some friends, you to buy a case of beer for some friends and have to like really do some work for a day. But like, you'll get your fucking justice for it.
How about I get?
Oh my god!
Don't say the name on camera. Don't say the name. Could you imagine?
Oh, like he would do that, like the dog's head on the
Tony
fucking
Soprano method.
Yeah, the dog's head on the porch, like with a sign saying, "I know where fucking Sheila and Tom live."
Yeah, that's like, no, that's no, yeah, you got to get that may be the method. I'm still exploring. I have a comedian friend who's a real estate attorney, so I'm gonna reach out to her tomorrow, and hopefully the bitch just turns her keys in tomorrow, and I don't have to go on an outright war against this girl financially.
I mean, if you want to pay like $100, you could probably pay a moving crew that day to come in and fucking put all their shit on the fucking street, man.
So
like dead serious.
What I want to do is I want to find her OnlyFans account if she has one and send it to all of her family members.
Oh man, that would be fun. That would be the cherry on the top of fuck
just
you.
Destroy.
Criminal charge plus fucking your family knows that
your
you
family
suck.
knows you're a degenerate.
Yeah,
you have sex for money. You sell your body, you piece of shit.
Her fucking rich family knows, and they're gonna cut her off from all the fucking money and stuff.
I should just host a comedy show in the parking lot.
Host a fucking like a comedy show. Yeah,
roast.
A roast of her. You fucking pull up her face, social media, and put it on the fucking projector.
Look at this rat-faced bitch.
Everyone's just fucking roasting her in the parking lot, dude. And then you film it, and then you send it to her parents.
Yeah, look at this
Facebook
rat-faced ass bitch over here. Yeah, just everyone. We go. I have methods. That's the thing. Is I don't know. It's what was the saying? It's obviously it's not. It's hypothetical. It's not word for word. It's every now and then. Or every normal man from time to time must be tempted to spit on his hands, hoist the black flag, and begin to slit throats. Obviously, no one wants you to literally slit throats, but sometimes when you're following the letter of the law, and you follow the rules and you play by the rules and everything, you still get fucked. You have to play outside the rules. That's basically.
I'm just saying,
and
man.
That includes fucking with people's money.
If she's got a cat, it's just a cat, dude.
It's just a cat.
It's just a cat.
See her social media. I couldn't see anything about that.
Like cats get ran over in the parking lot all the time, dude.
It'd be a real shame if someone ran your cat over.
It'd be a real shame if somebody set your cat on fire. Be a real shame if somebody just poured hot boiling water on your dog.
What
girl.
we need is Jesus Christ. What we need is we need to get a burner phone and Rick the Mullet Man can call her. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You got it?
Black man.
You motherfucker.
Get like the angriest black comic we know to like call her and leave her a fucking angry black. Green, leave her an angry black man message.
Here, bitch.
You hit my fucking car.
Yeah, there you go. You hit my car. That's
you're in my apartment, bitch.
I mean, I can do like when I get pissed, the Italian side comes out. Like I sound like
there's something about getting yelled at by like a fucking middle-aged, like angry black man, dude, that just like fucking sends
George Zilla.
Yeah. Yeah, the oldest black man we could find. They're like, you in my apartment, bitch. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You fucked with a psychopath.
Yeah.
That's what you don't realize. Yeah, I mean, I'm calmer now than I was this morning. I mean, it's like I understand you can't let shit that doesn't control you get to you, but like,
this shit affects you pretty.
Yeah, I mean,
hard,
I can't.
man.
Obviously, it's something that's out of my control, but this is something that's going to affect me unless it's dealt with, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like nuclear war is out of my control too, but it still stressed me the fuck out if it happened. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Inflation's out of my control, still stressing me the fuck out.
Directly affects you,
store,
and stresses you out.
If I got a brain tumor, that would be completely out of my control. Stress me the fuck out. Like
hey, you could watch less television or something. I don't know. Isn't that what they said like fucking 100 years ago?
Brain tumors.
Yeah,
is that what they said cause brain tumors.
I don't know, man.
When
that sounds like a boomer thing that they'd be like, we watch too much TV, you'll get a brain tumor.
Do people think it's like cell phones cause it now?
I don't know, man. Maybe there was that one thing where like the cell phone caught the pillow on fire.
I've heard of that, but that's because like they left it in the charger or some shit. Like that.
Some chargers get pretty hot.
Yeah, especially like Androids. I used to have an Android, and I would wake up and it'd be on fire.
God damn.
Not on fire, but like you couldn't touch it.
I've unplugged my iPhone charger before in some janky fucking like power strips and stuff. And been like, damn, this thing's like hot, man. Like,
yeah, you got to be careful with power strips. You get the surge protector ones, they're better because like if a storm happens, then like because that's what people don't realize, man, is you get a bad storm that wipes your power out and you don't have a surge protector on your power strip, that'll fucking fry your TV, your Xbox, everything. It's an extra $5 to pay for it. Like it's beyond worth it. Trust me.
So this new apartment you guys are moving into, is it pretty much similar to this one? Just
it's nicer. It's gonna be a little bit more money, but it's nicer. So
nice.
I mean, it's frustrating, and like that's what's shitty is I'm like, we really wanted this place, and now we're like, well,
I think you're still gonna get it, man.
We'll
I think
still get it one way.
If you got to do a little bit of work to just be able to like lay down and be like, damn, we got her good, man. I think we're down for it.
Plant cocaine in her vehicle and call the DEA. They can just take her away.
They might be able to like pull security footage up and stuff and found that you planted it on there.
Well, I mean, I'm not an idiot. Like I would wear like long sleeves and a hat so they couldn't,
a fucking Reagan mask.
Well, it would be very, very appropriate if Reagan was distributing cocaine.
Yeah, right.
So
I'm
just playing my character here. Like, we're trying to fund the Contras, okay?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's it's one way to do it. I mean, there's lots of ways we could. It's almost 4th of July. I could get those little. I know what kind of vehicle she drives. I could get those little snapper fireworks. That you throw on the
ones
ground.
that you throw that actually make a bang.
The little white ones.
Yeah.
And just set them under all of her tires.
Those ones that like actually make like a loud pop when you throw them.
No property damage, nothing done, but think she's getting shot at when she goes to work.
Scared.
In the morning. I mean, we could do that.
She'll be like criminal fucking harassment or something like that.
I'm sure, but she's criminal trespassing, so it evens out. That's all we got.
If you strictly go the one route, the strictly like good route, right?
Yeah.
The strictly like just use the law to your advantage route, nothing will happen to you because everything you'd be doing in that route you'd be like legally allowed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is everything I've done to this point.
Yeah.
No.
That's probably the smartest way to go, but it might not be the most satisfying.
It might not work because I mean, like the system's set up, the way it's set up, I shouldn't even be in this fucking position. So that's the worst part of it. So it's like, what are you gonna do? It's failing.
Did you chew out like the new apartment people being
like,
it's
not their fault. I mean,
well, did you be like, did you like at least express frustration?
Yes, absolutely. I called them and I said, look, like we can't stay in our current place any longer than we are.
They might very well do that for you, like call like people and get. You know what I mean?
What I said was, I'm like, look,
eviction notice is for if they're still legally leased it. You know what I mean? Like they're not legally leased it. They're at that point they're trespassing. Yeah,
it's my property.
Exactly.
I have an agreement that she surrendered the property on the 15th.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Oh, if she's already surrendered it, then she's already trespassing, right?
I mean, I'm not the legal owner, so it's kind of like gray area. But the second I take ownership,
when you're leased the place, it's for all intents and purposes here like your place.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's unfortunately, but
I would like get up really early in the morning too and do that. Do like 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, right before the sun comes up and just be a total fucking prick. You know what I mean?
We could just give Rossi the address.
Oh God, he would set the place on fire, and he'd really be homeless, man.
What we say is we were like, hey, I think this address has your dog. She'd be gone by lunchtime with this giant maniac. Give me Arthur.
Honestly, dude, the stuff with Rossi is like, should we even be name dropping him on here? I mean, I don't think it
matters.
It doesn't really matter.
Name, so I don't know why it matters.
True. That's like a perfect case study and like the mad ravings of somebody with fucking like BPD. So he might be. I don't know if he's schizo. I think he's bipolar.
So yeah, so Crash Course, Rossi's not his real name. It's a nickname we've given him. You won't find him if you search that name. It's this guy I stumbled upon on Facebook. It was like recommended videos, and it was just this video of this guy with a trash bag, and he just walks out the door, and he never comes back. And that was the video. So I went down his profile. Dude is out of his mind. He used to own a hair salon. The Gambino crime family destroyed it, along with the city of La Vista because he didn't carry a certain hair product. Just a maniac. Had to move to the open door mission.
That didn't really happen, by the way. That's his tellings of it, but that didn't actually happen.
No, he just went out of business. It was He posted a long video ranting about it, and at the end of the day, he's like, I owed him $80,000. I paid him $70,000. So who got screwed? I'm like, the guy who lost $10,000.
Yeah, dude.
Like, who do you think got screwed?
$10,000 is not a small. People have killed people for less than $10,000.
Literally, man. So this guy's an absolute maniac. Lost his dog. Well, his dog went to his sister's house while he was going to homeless shelter, and the dog, like, I don't know, they must have had it put down or some shit. It was really old. And he's just gone off the rails searching for this dog, and he'll like record his encounters.
He thinks it's still alive.
Yeah, he'll record. Well, he had this neighbor that he thought like assaulted him, and he swore that he saw the neighbor run into the woods with his dog, and like he'll have like he'll like record his encounters with the police to show.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, like anytime you send me stuff from him, it's like I watch it and I'm like, man, like I want to feel bad for this guy. Like this guy really should be like in a fucking mental hospital or something, man. Like he should be on lithium or something.
His video with the police, it made me laugh so hard, right?
I don't like the meds. They make me constipated.
That's how he talks.
Yeah.
His video encounter with the police, right? He just goes, he's on there. They're like, so how far was this dog from you when you saw it? And he goes, about 50 feet from here to the street. And he goes, okay. And you knew this was the same basset hound that you bought? He goes, yes, of course. And he's like, how? And he goes, well, I got his collar over there with the pop. And he's like, well, yeah, but
imagine being that police officer, just having to like in the back of your head, just like sigh like harder and harder he's progressively as he's giving these dumb answers.
Be solving homicides with the police force.
Like, nope, I'm just talking to this fucking schizo here. To like,
he's like, I got his collar over there with the pop, and the cop's like, okay, but the collar wasn't on the dog, so how would you have known? And he goes, well, no, of course not, because he's been kidnapped.
Oh my God. This circular logic stuff.
You just see the cop go, okay. And look at the other cop, and they both just shrug.
He's just like,
like, what do we even do at this point? Like, it's, I mean,
all right, we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, like, okay, we'll go find him.
Johnson, let's go shoot some unarmed black kids.
Yeah, let's go kill some unarmed black kids. They probably had these big dreams when they joined the police force. And here they are at 1 o'clock in the morning looking for some guy's dog that's dead for a year.
I say all that shit, but the Omaha Police Department's honestly not that bad compared to like other police departments.
No, I mean,
like,
you look at like Chicago where they like literally torture suspects for confessions.
I've heard the Dallas police are fucking dickheads too, man.
Yeah, Dallas, LAP.
Oh yeah, that's the San Francisco, like the Bay Area police are all fucking assholes.
Did you see they recalled their attorney general in San Francisco?
No.
Just because he turned it into like a crime-ridden hellhole. Like
they sacked him.
Police wouldn't even respond. Yeah, they recalled him and threw him out, and they elected somebody else. Police wouldn't even respond if it was less than like $5,000 being stolen from a store. So you had people just would walk into stores, no mask on, nothing. You could see who they were, but you couldn't do anything. They just fill up bags and they just walk out and steal the shit.
Damn.
And people just got tired of it. And like he was letting homeless people just take shits in the street in front of kids with shoot up heroin in the park with no consequences. And people are like, okay, maybe we will. Even San Francisco was like, okay, maybe we went a little too far left with this wackadoodle here.
Hell yeah, man. That's who they voted for, dude. They serves them right for voting in a fucking person like that for their attorney general.
Dude. Yeah, let's make the whole country like
literally the entire rest of the country, like west or east of fucking Nevada, is like looks at California. The entire West Coast, really, because Oregon and Washington are just as bad. The entire rest of the country literally laughs at is a laughing stock for the rest of the country of their homeless problem and shit, and they still vote in people that don't fix it. Like
complete disaster.
That guy probably didn't even run his campaign being like, "Oh, we're gonna fix the homeless issue," but like, "We're gonna rehabilitate. We're gonna be more friendly to them so they get the nice." Like,
he got recalled with extreme prejudice. So good.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Fuck that.
I mean, honestly, like anything bad that happens in California like that because of people that they vote in, I just laugh. Like, you know what I mean? It's fun. It's fun to point and laugh at that state, but
absolutely. So I mean, fuck that fucking place, dude. I can't imagine. Well, the problem is they've run off anyone who's reasonable. There's a
lot of people. Yeah, people are like leaving the like fucking in droves, man. One of my best friends from high school lived in Utah, dude.
Yeah.
And he was selling his house to move back up here because like a job relocation. Some fucking yuppies from California, dude, showed up when the house was on the market, offered him $100,000 cash over fucking market price.
Yeah, you take it?
Just to take it because they sold their property there and got, a ton of fucking money compared to the rest of the country. So And like you can think those fucking assholes are driving up property values when you're just over here. Like it's nice if you are a homeowner,
That's
but
part
like
of the problem.
the younger generation that like all still lives with their parents, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Which is like objectively true. Like
Well,
you can thank fucking California for doing that.
right. Yeah, California and I think so. They're catching a lot of shit. So right now is obviously a terrible time to buy a house because you got rates that are way up and prices that are way up. I think the rates going up, as critical as I've been of the Fed and Joe Biden, I think that the rates going up is probably actually a good.
Is that what they did? Did they increase the interest rates? Because
like
that's
6% now.
Well, wow. Well, they'll probably do it even more
It's
because that's what they did in the 80s to curb all that inflation.
It probably was necessary.
It's definitely necessary, man.
It's gonna fucking suck for a little bit. And if you have credit card debt, pay that shit off right now.
Yeah, 100%.
All your extra money should be going to pay anything that's not a fixed interest rate. So if it's not like your mortgage or your car, pay that fucking shit off.
Which actually, a lot of people that bought houses in the last like 5-10 years did the
AP,
did the flexo rates. You know what I mean? That would just adjust with the prime rate because
they're about to get
because they would go low. You know what I mean?
And you're going to see a lot of people lose their houses from that bought that.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out, man. I honestly don't think it'll be that bad. You know what I mean?
I don't think the recession will be 2007 bad.
I hope not. Fuck, man. Like, I hope not.
I don't think that a lot of people are going to lose their jobs unless you were in an industry that was, like real estate that was already kind of overpopulated.
Well,
I think it'll be hard to find a job.
The thing is like in a lot of places there was really bad labor shortages, man. Just think of how it was a year ago with the great fucking resignation and everything, man.
Yeah.
Like the places were hurting to find people. So like I don't think maybe that will end with this where it'll just kind of go back to a normal, right? Like unemployment will go kind of back to more normal rates and everything. Because like honestly, like as far as the economy is concerned, like the Fed tries to keep unemployment at a certain level because like at a certain level of like a really like no unemployment, dude, it's bad for businesses. And like at that point then and then it'll hurt the economy, which will start hurting people, you know what I mean? So you kind of keep and you got to kind of keep unemployment in check, you know what I mean, like balanced.
That's the unfortunate part, and it's just like
a little bit of unemployment is actually healthy for the economy in general. So
but fortunately I think people are going to start to realize when these interest rates get so much higher that they're going to have to get a little bit more reasonable on housing prices, and they're not going to be able to ask
I hope so, man,
$150,000 more than what they fucking originally wanted. Or was the door getting knocked on there?
I think so. The funny thing is I brought my daughter here today.
She's playing with me and the dogs.
Yeah, she's playing out there, and I've heard her like at the end of the hallway going, "Daddy, daddy."
I think they're just playing with us. I don't think they're actually doing it.
Probably. She's probably giggling out. They're probably both giggling out there doing
playing a joke. Well, Megan, the dog, my lab, she'll just sit out there and just scratch at the door. So do you know why like dogs, like you ever really go to the bathroom and like your dog sits outside the door?
No.
Oh, well, like
I don't have a dog, so
well, they'll do that. Like
cats will do that too, though.
Yeah, but that's like in the wild when they're with each other. They like that's when you're most vulnerable is when you're shitting.
Yeah, that's why your dog always maintains eye contact with you when it's pooping.
Yeah, because they want to make sure you got their back.
Yeah,
or they have your back. They have to protect me and my back.
They're making sure you're not fucking off watching TikToks while they're trying to shit. Like they're like, come on, man, I trust you.
Well, that's what happened to us a while back. We had these people above us had this puppy, and they for some reason thought they could play with it without a leash. And my dog's taking a piss, and I see it come running across the parking lot, and she can't. And I'm like, oh God. And it just runs up and bites her in the ass as she's peeing. And she freaks the fuck out, which I mean was reasonable. And the guy's like all pissed. I'm like, bro, how about I come up behind you?
Of course the guy was pissed.
How about I come up behind you and punch you in the back of the head while you're
fucking course the guy was pissed. You know, like you would if you would have killed that dog there at running at you, you would have been legally allowed to do so.
Oh yeah, I would have defended my life.
And then he would have been all pissed. Like, you shot my fucking dog.
I mean, it was a puppy. I'm not gonna shoot it or anything. But like
maybe just from being like in Mexico as long as I have, like I just don't care about dogs as much as
it's a different value. Dogs are definitely the United States. We view them more as family members here. So it's like, but yeah. So I mean, I wasn't gonna like it. if I thought it was any threat. I was concerned that she was going to kill that dog. I was not concerned for my dog's safety.
Yeah,
it was
right.
the other dog's safety.
And he's all like, "Did you fucking kill my dog?" He's on Reddit, like, attacked my dog from across the apartment.
Next door app.
Yeah.
Dangerous dog alert.
Dangerous black lab.
Yep. And then
Too old to be alive.
George Zimmerman would have to go on and set him straight with his neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
Next door. If you follow episodes, you know that joke. Inside joke there. Did you see the advertisement for harmful content on July 2nd that we had?
Yes, dude. I was one of the people that was like commenting on there with the fucking like fold up chair with the popcorn.
Yeah.
Like, let's see this, dude. This shit's funny as fuck.
Complete shit show.
Somebody like really had a meltdown, man. Like
Dude.
they're acting like my 2-year-old out there when I tell her that she can't have fucking coffee at 8 o'clock at night.
Here's the backstory, right? Because this guy came on and it was an advertisement I had for a show. It's like 300 comments.
It's Facebook, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a Facebook ad, just being like, "Hey, like come out," or here's the comics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing too
serious. It was on the Omaha
this
comedy
was
page,
on my
right?
personal page.
Okay, yeah. So that's even more hilarious, man.
So this guy, I don't know who he is, don't know where he's from. He's an artist. That's all I know, right? He posted something about people about the drinking age being different from the age of majority, and people's brains don't develop, blah blah blah, by the time they're 25. It was in relation to gun control, and I just posted a smart ass remark. That's why we should be able to do everything at 18. That's why you should be able to drink at 18. Smart ass hacky joke, was nothing really relevant, right? I didn't think anything would happen. Yeah. This dude goes off the wall. He's like, well, your brain's not fully developed till 25. Maybe that's why you have so many mental issues, blah blah blah. And I clicked his profile. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I saw he's an artist. I'm like, is that why you're a failed artist? And that right there is what set him off. Guy, every time he sees me in this group, goes on a tirade. He saw me. So the post,
he calls you a right-wing comic, dude. A right-wing radical bigot. Yeah.
So this was 4 months ago. Last week, he sees a picture of a grown man dressed as a baby in like a dirty diaper with like a pacifier in his mouth. And somebody said, if it's not hurting me, it's none of my business. And I said, no, but it's his family's business to probably institutionalize somebody that acts this way. Fair take. This guy goes off the rails.
At least not allow them on the internet.
Right. Comes to my personal profile, starts accusing me of saying that I said that gay people were pedophiles and all transgenders are groomers. Shit I've never said. And I know I never said that because I don't believe those things. Came to my profile saying this shit. And he comes on just off the walls. And I'm like, dude, do you have any proof of me saying this? Well, no, you must have deleted it. I'm like, bro, I could go onto your art page.
The burden of proof is on the accuser, man.
I didn't delete it. No, dude, Facebook can actually pull up deleted comments, and I did, and there was nothing on there that even possibly could have been misconstrued as me saying that. The dude's a retard.
You should go in there and like accuse this guy of slander this guy of like saying all these like he thinks that all fucking
well, that's what I said.
He thinks that gay people are criminals.
I said, bro, how about I go to your fucking art page and say, hey, this guy said Hitler was right. Like, this guy's a Nazi. He's a
yeah. Next time you see him on there, accuse him of creating like fucking white supremacist art. You know what I mean? Like he's creating like Hitler, like picture, like painting Hitler pictures and stuff, and like making him like look all cool and stuff. You know what I mean?
And I'm like, if you want to come at me and try to roast me or whatever, so be it. I'm fine with that. I think that's fun for the most part. But when you actually come on and you're trying to slander my name to something that's clearly an attempt for me to make money, right? And whether you can make the jokes about me being a failed comic and nobody comes to the shows, whatever. I make money on the fucking shows, bitch. So what
if he's just like some guy, like he's like smoking pot on his couch, like with his friends and laughing. It's like, look, I called him a bigot again. Like he's like just laughing.
I don't think this guy has a lot of friends.
Probably not.
I
saw his profile. I don't think he does
either. This is not someone who's mentally okay.
This is one of those guys that's like a trans rights fucking Discord admin or some shit. Like
well, he's like it's the definition.
That's definitely Mike Day knocking out there, dude.
The guy's the definition of being so open-minded your brains fall out, right? Like it's because I was like, dude, what did I say that was transphobic? I really want to know because I don't remember what I said. Like,
he's like, you don't like pegging, you're a bigot.
Well, no, that's what he said, was that I made fun of, get this right, I made fun of.
You hear her out there. She's like knocking on the door, like, Daddy.
So what I said that was transphobic was I made fun of the diaper community.
The diaper community?
And I was like, the diaper community? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, yeah.
I would think that would be pretty insulting to like say that the diaper community and the trans community are the same like level. You know what I mean?
Well, and his whole
I'm sure there's plenty of trans people out there that would be pretty insulted that they were like on the same fucking like being looped in with the same.
Right.
Well, I don't know, man. They add a lot of letters to that stuff anymore, man. Like furry, they're gonna add F's for furries in there.
D for
D, LGBTQFD plus.
Well, that's like, so he kept calling me gay, and I'm like, dude, your whole thing is to come on here and call me a bigot.
Oh, now he's like in high school or middle school, like, you feel gay.
Look gay. And I'm like, well, every gay guy I've ever met has taken great care of himself. So like, I guess that's a compliment. I don't know what it means to look gay. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so he's, I'm.
It just goes to show you, man, that all those fucking whack jobs like that are just as they're worse than the people that they try to fucking put themselves against. Man.
Exactly. Like, you always end up being worse than either side. You end up being worse than the people you try to put yourself against.
Because the thing is if you're trying to like come at people from the stance of like a moral high ground, like you got to be like a fucking angelic, you know, what I mean? Like never fucking stepped on a crack before. Yeah.
And he's like, how, you've never heard of the diaper community? How lame are you? I'm like, you know what, bro? If not knowing about people with dirty diaper fetishes is what makes me lame, then I will be the lamest guy on this planet. I'm
happily
all for it. I'm happy to be lame if that's what makes me lame. Like, I get that it's a fetish, but not every fetish is societally acceptable, right? Not every fetish should be
furries.
Acceptable. Well, dude, people fucking, I mean, yeah, diaper fetish. No, if Mia came to me and was like, I want you to get in a dirty diaper. And like, fuck, like, I would be like, babe, we need to get you some help. Like, that's what we would need to do. Like, dude, there are people that have animal fetishes. That doesn't mean it's okay to go fuck your dog. People
that like the scat stuff. Like,
that doesn't mean that's okay. That means you have some
issues.
Someone hurt you at some point, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
With the taxpayer money going towards medicine argument stuff. Mm-hmm. I always tell people like, oh, that would give people like a reason to actually have an opinion about the stuff that you do. Because like, if you're going off and being stupid and like getting hurt, dude, it's my tax money. So yeah, I do have a fucking say.
Obesity?
Yeah, I do have a say in you being a big fat ass. Because you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like my tax money is gonna go towards your healthcare treatment when you lose your feet.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So
that's, or when you have a heart attack or whatever.
Yeah, that's my tax money, man.
But yeah, so I'm like, dude, like if you think about it, technically, all a pedophile is just someone with a kid fetish. Does that mean it should be societally acceptable? No.
Yeah, that's always the one that like you gotta fuck it. They're always like, oh god, no, don't compare me to the pedophile.
Dude,
like,
eventually we gotta start, because the more we start normalizing defending this crap is, it's just a fetish. That's what's gonna lead to that.
That's what I say about furries, man. Like, just people want to fuck animals. Like, bestiality is illegal. I'm pretty sure every state. Probably not California. It's probably legal there.
It's probably San Francisco. You get a fucking prize if you do it.
Yeah, right.
They have this.
They fucking they give you a fucking weekend.
The attorney general's got like a prize for the best animal.
They give you a fucking holiday, man. The fucking furry Pride Day.
Yeah. No, God, Jesus, don't say that. That's so I guess I wanted to wrap it up talking about, this is a conspiracy theory that I've seen floating around, and it makes some sense, man. Have you noticed? I posted something on Facebook about it today. Have you noticed that gas is not lasting as long as it used to?
No, not really.
I have. I've been filling up way more. I'm driving less. I'm making a conscious effort to drive less.
Yeah.
Just because.
Do you have one of those cars that can tell you your MPG?
They tell me my miles per gallon, and they tell me the miles. So here's what I've noticed, right? So mine will tell me approximately how many miles I have. 2 years ago, it was pretty much on the money. And I've stayed up to date with all my maintenance. My car is only 2 years old, or excuse me, a year old. So I remember, so we went today, perfect example. It told me I had 188 miles left, right? Till empty. We went on a ride to her cousin's house, which was 10 minutes away. It was like 6 miles there and back, right?
Yeah.
Went from 188 to 165 miles. We did not drive 23 miles to her cousin's house. So like another thing I've noticed, you can't smell the gas at the gas stations like you used to.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
I don't know. Maybe they are diluting it. Who knows,
wonder
man?
if it's like not as potent as it
don't
used to be.
Don't they put like more ethanol in it or
Yeah.
some shit during the summertime or something like that? I don't know, man.
And then
I don't know if they would want to be doing that anyway, because it's like they're already worried about food shortages. And everything.
I don't know. That's another thing, is you're worried about food shortages. Why would you put ethanol in the gas? And
so I don't know, man. I haven't noticed it personally. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's who knows, man. Know. I mean, the powers that be did fucking come out and say the mask thing. You know what I mean? So like at the beginning of it, like, the masks don't help. Now they do help, and we just lied about
to wear them.
Now we lied about it for the medical community.
And then it came out. It was like, it didn't really help all that.
And they knowingly lied about it for the medical community. So it's like, that the government will say shit to you to be like, to keep order, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like, I love how you see like these politicians. They're like, I've gotten COVID 7 times since I got vaccinated, but I haven't died, so that means it works. I'm like, wait, what? Like my car caught on fire 10 times, but I haven't died once, so that means the safety protocols are working.
Like, that means seatbelts useless.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go get my car checked out. Like, what the fuck, man? So it sounds like
I haven't noticed it, but I'll look into that, man, because I love reading into conspiracy theories, dude.
Just look up gas.
Post about it on Facebook and see if the thought police on there fucking.
If I get fact checked,
that means it's true.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah. Just look up gas not lasting as long on Google. There's a ton of people within like the last 3 months that have all noticed the same thing. There's a guy that did like an entire YouTube thing on it. Yeah, it's all over. Yeah, so I'm not the only one that's noticed this. But I noticed this like a month ago, and I was like, maybe it's just it feels like psychologically like it's not lasting.
Yeah, because you're noticing that you're paying. Yeah, you're noticing that you're paying way more money.
No, and then I started tracking like how many miles I was actually getting per gallon, and I'm getting fucked, dude. Like,
wow.
So I don't know. I think there's some shit going on. Y'all should
maybe, man. That would be a huge scandal if that came out. Like, I wonder what. Well, I'm sure it's some kind of executive thing that handles like the fuel and stuff. I don't know what fucking like secretary of whatever handles that shit, but I'm sure it's a federal like an executive branch fucking entity, but they got some splaining to do, you know what I mean?
That's right, they do have some,
but it's not Joe Biden's fault if it is,
Well, it is Joe.
It's not Biden's fault if someone in the executive branch does something that hurts you, you know what I mean? It's not his fault. He doesn't control the gas.
You saw the video of him falling, right?
On the fucking bike.
Yeah,
dude, I did. I was like, God, come on, Joe. Like, you do not need this right now, man.
Pedaling. He was standing still.
You don't need this right now, Joe. Come on, man.
Oh my God. Invoke the 25th, please. The problem is, look at the people. Kamala,
we can't do the 25th because Kamala would be in charge, man.
And then Pelosi, and it's like they're all worse than him. And
we only got one more year, and then they'll vote him out. So,
well, we got 2 more years because we got elections 2024. So we got to fucking.
For some reason, I thought it was 2022.
Midterms are in November. And then 2024 is the presidential election. So
yeah.
I think a lot's riding on that election, man.
I've been on record saying that not every president is all as bad as everyone says, but like Jesus Christ, man, there's like been nothing fucking good that this fucking guy's
anything
done.
Good. Like even Obama, I wasn't a huge fan. I wasn't a huge fan of Trump.
Did some good
but
stuff,
there were things
man.
I could sit down and point out that both of those guys did right. The only thing that I could even come close to giving Joe credit for is getting out of Afghanistan, and he managed to fuck that up too. The one good thing he's done, he's fucked up.
The orders that they gave on there were like. And I will always tell people, man, like, dude, they've been getting out of Afghanistan for 10 years. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not like they weren't actively doing it. Somebody up there was just like, fuck it, pull them all out.
He just ripped the Band-Aid out.
Yeah,
and he got people killed because of it. So
got a lot of people killed, man. Lost a lot of taxpayer fucking dollar equipment over there, too.
That's what Michael Malice said. I want to have access to the same guns that they left the Taliban.
Yeah, they left. They did. They straight up, like, the Taliban military, like now national Taliban military, was out there making fucking propaganda videos using all the like SF equipment that they left. Yeah, I've seen it, man. I was like, God damn, dude, what? Those guys look legit now because they've got like all the same shit our SF guys do, helicopters and stuff, and now they have all the like fucking Chechen pilots or whatever. So like they know how to fucking fly them now too. Like we've literally created like a very modern army, and that's opposed to us in Afghanistan.
Great, we did great job, Joe.
Yeah, from security standpoint, not good.
You see the approval rating numbers come out, and he's sitting at like 59% disapprove, 35% approve. And yeah, I mean 59% super high and 35% super low. Who are the 35% that look at the state of the country and they're like, yeah, it's going pretty good right now?
They're the people that'll just stick their fingers in their ears and be like, la la la, not Joe Biden's fault. He doesn't control the economy. La 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 la.
I think that's exactly it. I think that,
and they're just objectively fucking wrong, dude. I argue with people on Facebook all the time that still don't fucking get it, man.
I think it's not that they approve of how it's going. It's that
they're like the dumb they're like the dumb fucking conservatives back in like 2006 and shit with like Bush. Yeah. They're literally the fucking Bush neocons. Yeah. They're going like la 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 la. They it's not his fault the war in Iraq's going bad. La 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 la. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his war. Yeah, no, it's just a matter of, I mean, they're going to 35% of the country will vote for Biden no matter what happens, and that's all there is to it. And I think he's going to get primaried. To be honest, I think they're going to have a legit primary contender against him because they know he can't.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I would if there was like a legit moderate Democrat. I would vote over a moderate Democrat over a moderate Republican any fucking day, man. I would. Because the Republican Party, like, I have my brand of like what I like. You know what I mean? And like we both share like a lot of pretty conservative views on stuff, but it's like the stuff that is the conservative view on the stuff that I'm like left wing on is like shit where it's just like, God, it's so annoying that that's the conservative view. You know what I mean?
10 years ago, I would have agreed with you that a moderate Democrat would have been better. A moderate Democrat now is hard left 10 years ago.
True. That's somebody like Tulsi Gabbard, man. I was a big Tulsi fan.
She's basically conservative by today's standards.
Man. And literally people call her conservative.
I mean, if you look at some of the moderate Republicans, and I have issues with the Republican Party too, issues like gay marriage and marijuana. If you look at like more moderate Republicans like Chris Sununu, the governor of New Hampshire, perfect example. He's for those things. And I think that's the future that the Republican Party needs to have. Low taxes, pro-gun, non-interventionist.
They need to be moderate, man.
First,
they need to get away from like the neocon, like Marco Rubio's and shit.
Dan Crenshaw.
They need to fucking
Eyepatch McCain.
Yeah, they need to fucking like excommunicate people like Dan Crenshaw, you know.
And he went on crying about how he was attacked.
I was attacked by somebody who was, you know,
stuck a camera in his face. It's all on video. Nobody touched him.
You can legally do.
No one got anywhere near him. The guy got fucking abused by the security for carrying a camera to a politician's face, which is legal under the First Amendment.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy, it was Alex Stein. It was the same guy that did the Ukraine rap. But I mean, so it's
God,
you know, he's gonna troll and incite things, but he wasn't being.
But a fucking a legally or a fucking democratically voted in fucking politician has every right to be fucking made fun of by his constituents.
I hate Crenshaw so much.
He's just gone so neocon.
He actually said that people complaining about formula shortages were Russian assets. That wasn't a meme. He actually said that.
Yeah.
And
God forbid that somebody like actually cares about there being a shortage to feed fucking children, man. Like, dude, not even their children. I feel bad for the people that I don't even have a kid that is on formula. I still feel like that's a fucking huge issue and that's a huge no-go, dude. Like,
dude, all of Crenshaw's supporters and defenders are on the left is what's crazy to me.
Really?
Yeah. They like those pro-war neocons. The Democratic Party loves it now because it's all about that Ukraine shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah. I mean, you can tell kind of like what the DNC is kind of up to with like whatever the fucking like mainstream media is saying.
Whatever they're
so when they're trying to push us to get into war with with Russia in the Ukraine, then you can tell that that's what the DNC wants. So because that's what they're telling them to push.
Eyepatch McCain.
Eyepatch McCain, man. He wants your sons and daughters to get drafted to go fight Russia.
Yep, that's right. And big shout out to Ricky Hernandez for asking him if he could fuck his eye hole on Instagram. So we love it. We love it. Go get him following his podcast and everything. I think that's about it. We should be wrapping it up. I heard chaos in my living room a few minutes ago.
Deuces, y'all. Yeah, I got to go get drafted to go fight in the Russia, and we got to go take care of a 2-year-old.
Do it for Eyepatch McCain.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Peace the fuck out, y'all.
Deuces, y'all.